All right, everybody, it's a Sunday morning. A beautiful day in Chicago. Make sure they're safe. We're good. It's got to be around 56 degrees, maybe. 56 degrees. Let me see what my dash says. Yeah, 56, 58 degrees. Oh, it's a lovely day. Everyone's got the Halloween decorations up. And I think today's the 26th, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Might be the 26th, yeah, because I know yesterday was the 25th. And I was invited to a Halloween party. It's the boy annual Halloween party, which is always a good time. I didn't make it last year, but this year I was able to get a costume in time and I went. Good time. I didn't stay out too late. I think I was home by 1 o'clock in the morning, so that's relatively not too bad. I'll put pictures up over here somewhere. Well, I didn't take much pictures. And I think I took a little video, maybe 45 seconds of video. Maybe I'll throw it up there too. We'll see. Let's see when I'm editing this how it flows. Yeah, I'm on my way to Sunday morning. I'm on my way to my brother's house. So my brother's church. Just on my way. Yeah, I'm on my brother's church I got to run some errands, so I'll see if he wants to go with me. If not, we'll still run the errands. But yeah, I did my last, I think Monday, I took off. You see the previous video, I did the pumpkin patch video. Took my grandsons and my daughter to the pumpkin patch. Good time. Little Brooklyn was having a good time. My grandson was everyone had a good time. My daughter too. Beautiful day too. We've been having this is nice weather. I get hot easily, so I'm wearing my flannel motorcycle. It's got guard elbow pads, and I think it's got some kind of minimal armor on it. But yeah, I'm getting hot just sitting in the red lights. I get hot. I'm moving, I'm good again, but sitting in red lights, I start getting warm. But like I said, we're used to this kind of weather. 58 degrees is nice for us, at least for me. I like 58 degrees. 58 and sunny, man. Can't beat it with a stick. They're building here the new Panda Express right there coming. So we'll have some more local fast food options pretty soon. I predict maybe Thanksgiving or maybe mid-December, but you never know. We'll see how that goes. There was some, we saw the UFC fights were also yesterday on the 25th. And it wasn't, kind of disappointing actually. Because everyone waited. The main event was Sirigan versus Tom Aspinall, which is the latest and greatest from the UK. These are heavyweights now. Aspinall, he's made short work of his last opponents. But now he's going to fight Sirigan, so. And it started out in the fight. It was a very, I'll get to it. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen them yet, but yeah, it started out pretty decent. You had two big guys, two heavyweights. And Sirigan looked like, to me, Sirigan was taking the fight to him, you know what I mean? Car came pretty close behind me. Put some distance behind me. This car behind me is kind of close. But yeah, Sirigan was getting, was just tagging Aspinall. Aspinall, known for his takedowns and submissions in wrestling. he tried to take that. He tried to take down Sirigan, and Sirigan wasn't having it. He just pushed him off like a rag doll. So and he was already getting bloodied up. He already had probably messed up nose. Maybe Sirigan was Sirigan's background is kickboxing. Well, it's funny. We were talking. My grandson were talking. We analyze these fights live while we're watching them, and then later on we talk about them too. And it's funny how John Jones like pretty much took out Sirigan like I think in the first round. I think he took him out in the first round, but he just easily took him down and I think rear naked choke. Yet this guy, it's supposed Aspinall. He couldn't take down Sirigan, and Sirigan just tagging him almost at will. Really, he was winning that first round easily. Now Aspinall also was a big guy. He's always a knockout threat, as all most heavyweights are. Most heavyweights, if you put your guard down a little, you get tagged square up from a heavyweight. Most heavyweights will go now. But yeah, that's how it went so far. And then that's called the Chicago pass over there on the left side. See it? He ain't gonna wait for no one. He's gonna go on the left side and just pass everybody up. He's got places to go. Anyway, back to the fight. It's serious. So it was going good. I think 3/4 way through the round. I forgot what minute mark it was. There were 5-minute rounds. I can't remember if it was 2 or 3 minutes into the round. And Sirigan puts his face out like they're instructed. They're instructed nowadays with these Glow MMA because of eye pokes and all. They tell them to leave your hands out flat faced up, palm. In other words, palm face like that. And Sirigan was actually doing that, but I guess somehow he touched Aspinall's face. One of his fingers touched his right eye. Another one touched his left eye. Now the left eye seemed like it went in deeper to his eye than the right eye. Yet he was complaining. They stopped the fight, of course, and then there was to check out Aspinall. And Aspinall, he wouldn't even let the doctors look at his eye. He kept putting an ice cube with a rag, with a paper towel on his eyeball. On the left, that actually is interesting, is it was a right eye, which didn't get poked as bad as the left eye. Left eye, he was fine. He was blinking and looking around. And that's it. He made a whole thing about it. The 2 doctors came in the ring. He wouldn't let either doctor check out his eye. So, I don't know. I'm wondering almost if Aspinall, he looked hesitant in the ring in the first round, like he couldn't figure out, stop Sirigan from tagging him in the face, with his jabs and his 1-2s and his kicks too. Now, Aspinall had a nice leg kick. He had a couple nice leg kicks in the first round. And he might have touched Sirigan once in the head, but not a hard hit. It wasn't too bad. So it's interesting how all of a sudden he just didn't want to fight. He said, I can't see no more. I can't see. And that was it. He didn't say, he said he couldn't see with the one eye. Now, obviously I'm not a MMA fighter or nothing, but the panel of the after fight panel were talking, and these are former fighters, and they were saying, it's funny, we've all had our eye poked. He goes, and as uncomfortable as it is, he goes, if you can still see out of your other eye, all of them, they never really stopped the fight for one eye poke, But perfect example, DC was poked pretty bad in the eye. One of his fights so bad that afterwards you could see his eye was swollen and like really messed up. And all these guys keep fighting, but Aspinall didn't want no part of it. Aspinall says, I'm out. And that was it. And obviously, sure, it's understandable. He's upset afterwards, got a poke in the eye, but it wasn't a deliberate poke. Sirigan had his palm face out, like they're supposed to do. It just so happens that his eye socket got in there, on the top of his fingers. And this guy's pretty close to me in the back. And so that just so happens, It's unfortunate because, we're all waiting. And because it was in Abu Dhabi, me and my grandson, we're watching the fight. It's only like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, It wasn't like an evening fight. So we started watching the prelims around, I think it was 9 o'clock in the morning or 10 o'clock in the morning. So overall, it was a big disappointment all around. Sirigan felt terrible. Aspinall was upset, understandably. I'm sure, I think he wanted to fight. He was all gung-ho leading into it, saying how he was going to knock out Sirigan. Like, says everyone talked about this, and I ended up knocking him out. It's true. He only had, I think in 2 years, he's had 60 seconds. 60 seconds of fight time, because he is good. With some of the lower ranked fighters, I think I wonder if he knocked out Curtis Blades, because I think that might be the highest ranked fighter he's fought to date. He's a relative newcomer, you know. But he didn't look too good against Surigan. Like I told you, Surigan got taken out by John Jones, which retired literally in a round, so less than a round. So if he can't get past Surigan, I mean, I don't know. He's going to have to go back to do some soul searching and maybe do some more training and soul searching and see what went wrong, what was going on, how bad all this stuff, you know, is going on. So he'll have to see. He'll make that decision. That's a personal decision on him. We'll see what happens. We'll see what the medical reports come back. I'm sure they're going to say, you know, if there was damage. But to me, if you look at the replays, I'm going to try to put a picture up if I can find one online. His actually left eye was the one that looked, you know, like he got, you know, whole finger up to the fingernail inside his socket. The actual right eye didn't look, you got a little bit pokey. Look, it did go in like above the eyeball a little bit, but not as bad as the left, you know what I mean? Not as bad as the left eye. The left eye, he was talking and everything, whatever, but he wouldn't even let doctors look at it. So that was kind of odd. I mean, if you get hurt, right, that's what the doctors are there for, you know what I mean? They're there to, you know, to put care or at least take an evaluation of what's going to happen. But no, he could tell he was done. He was done. As soon as he got poked, he wanted, like I said, he wanted no part of it. He said, screw it. And like I said, some people, I'm not saying me, because like I said, I'm not a fighter. I don't have skin in the game. I'm not a gambler. I'm not, you know, UFC fight, none of that. So I don't have skin in the game. But other people are saying, professionals that have fought, they were saying, what's the, you know, that it seemed kind of like, okay, you get hurt, you keep fighting. I mean, as long as you can see, you know, there's one fighter that had a detached retina and he fought. I mean, he kept fighting. What's his name? It'll come to me. You know, when you're driving a motorcycle, your tensions, all this stuff, you try not to clog your, you know. But yeah, it was interesting because, you know, that other guy, he's fought with a detached retina and bad eyes and everything. He kept fighting, you know. But Aspinall, I mean, he didn't know. I don't know. It almost, some of the guys are saying that he wasn't doing too good and maybe he saw a way out, you know. That's just speculation. That's just one person's opinion that says that, you know. I said that at first. That's kind of what I thought the same at first, but like I said, I'm just a layman. I'm not a... You see the construction up ahead. You got all new blacktops, so watch out for manhole covers and stuff sticking out that they haven't finished. It's 11:59. See if I catch Dave. Hopefully I catch him. I decided to take a little project on before I left. I cleaned my windows. My front windows, the front of my house has casement windows, which they kind of fold outwards, but they're long. They're vertical windows with no, like, so you can't just, like the double hungs, you could bend, you could fold them in and wash them and clean them. But after a couple of rains we've had recently, they get kind of, you know, dingy. So I got a big squeegee. I bought a squeegee, the extendable pole with a squeegee, and I go out there and then I put little, like, you know, like a car wash, some of my car wash in a bucket with water. And I, you know, I clean them up and squeegee them with the long pole because they're high. We live it's a single family Chicago bungalow, so the first floor is raised about, I don't know, maybe 5-6 feet maybe. Ooh, we got more speed demons up ahead. I'll be staying away from them. I don't get it. It's a beautiful day. What everyone's such a hurry for? Enjoy the road. Enjoy the beautiful. Look at the leaves changing. Absolutely beautiful. Man, there's a line of Johnny's already. I'm hungry this afternoon. It's already noon. I understand how people get hungry. I'm trying to decide what to make when I get back home. I was thinking about barbecuing a little bit. I don't know, nothing fancy, maybe some burger. I haven't made regular burgers in a while, so maybe I'll go back to burgers. Although yesterday on the Blackstone, I got a thumbs up from my grandson. We had some leftover bread. I made some Philly's cheesesteaks on the Blackstone. and I had some leftover, you know, the rolls, you know. So I put those on the Blackstone, and I had some meat. Some of the like not the meat, but I used some ham. My brother had bought some ham. Oh, my son had ordered some ham. And then I used some of that ham on the Blackstone with some cheese. I kind of made like a ham, a sliced ham, like a Philly's cheesesteak. Remember, speed is time. If you reduce your speed, it gives you more time to react to everything. As Einstein once said, well, he didn't say that about motorcycles, but he did say he did deal with speed and time and time-space continuum and all that stuff. An interesting ride last weekend. I don't think I mentioned it, or maybe I did mention it in one of my videos, but it was an interesting ride. Me and my brothers, we got to ride in the Cyber Beast. The Cybertruck Beast mode, or Beast, not Beast mode, it's a Beast version, so Cyber Beast. It does 0 to 60 in 2.6 seconds. Now, that's pretty hefty for a big truck like that, you know what I mean? Can you imagine that? 2.6 seconds on a truck. I find that incredible. See, one of the advantages about Gold Wings, see, I can go up, this slope here, and I'm going uphill backwards with a 850-pound bike. That's kind of cool, see? Just push the reverse, and back we go. See that? Oh, here's Dave. What's up, Dave? What you up to?
Go see what's different about Wildfire.
Oh, you want to go? Take a ride? Let's go. Yeah, it's under new ownership. Yeah, Wildfire Harley Davidson under new ownership. Oh, excuse me. I was telling the audience that kind of cool thing about a Go, when you just pull in here, you're backing up uphill, you know? You're backing up uphill to her. Let's mic David up. Yeah, we're gonna go check out the Wildfire Harley Davidson. Man, it's so nice. I'm getting hot when I fly.
Oh yeah?
I'm actually getting hot. Well, I got you in the car door already.
There we go.
10-4. Dave should be mic'd up.
I put the mic down. Let's see if it sounds better.
I think it's better. Yeah, once we go over 30, we don't expect too good a sound.
See, I have to nose in because gravity helps me.
Got a guy coming? Yeah.